Ben in Vero Beach, Florida. How are you doing today, and what did you want to talk about?
I am great. So even better now. I can't believe I got on.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about when it's appropriate to be aggressive.
Yes.
With our atheism, I guess.
Well, when they call in at the end of the show and their name is Ben, bye.
Well, you used the word debate, or at least this call screener did. Now, is this a one-on-one debate, or are you in front of an audience?
No, well, I'd say it's more personal for me.
Sure.
Like, when I say that, I mean more for, like, my children.
Yeah.
Because I am divorced, and I live a few states away from my kids, and they're being brought up in the Wesleyan Church. And when I talk to them on the phone and I want to know about their day and things like that, when my oldest daughter, who is 6, tells me that she's learning about original sin, it makes my blood boil.
Yeah. So I
struggle on the fact.
Yeah, I raised kids, and at the time I was an atheist, and my wife was a Missouri Synod Lutheran, and they were being taught young Earth creationism. And I was blind to it. You have the luxury of not being blind to it, so you're already a step ahead of me. I think particularly when you're talking about the kids, you have to be much more strategic, much more diplomatic. A head-on battle with what the other spouse is teaching them is a low probability of success. So what one needs to do is be clever. I have a pretty well-known talk called Breaking the Cycle, How to Get Kids Out of Religion, which you can search me and that title on YouTube. But basically try to help them think critically without touching the religion at all. So
yes, and that's sort of where I am with it. But
so you can buy them.
Take the stance that religion is bad as a whole.
Yeah. You don't have to.
So it does kind of anger me when I hear my kids being taught that kind of stuff.
So you don't have to lie or hide what you think, but you don't have to be too aggressive with children. So you can buy them magic tricks.
Well,
we did that.
And at the same time, I have to deal with their mother and then the other side of the family, who, when I do start to get too aggressive, they really, not to bash them, but they won't let me talk to the kids.
That's where I was leading to. Is part of the strategy is long-term success. So if you come in too hot, you're cut out, and then you lost. So don't lose. Don't lose this game. But the things that we did was we would teach them about Greek and Roman mythology. We teach them about Thor, other mythologies, in a very casual setting. We would buy them puzzles, optical illusion books, anything that gets them to question reality and how they can be tricked. Teach them how to do magic. Kids, especially at those ages, they love magic tricks, and they feel like they've got some secret on their friends, and they can perform this trick, but they also know it's a trick.
Yeah.
And my kids were amazed when they found out often how a magic trick works. It's kind of really sad and pathetic how some magic tricks work.
Yeah, usually.
But you think, I should have known how that worked.
Right. And so they learn from you that they can be tricked in a nice, fun, and entertaining way. And they learn these skills that they will on their own apply to religion. Because if they go back to mom and say, Dad said this, Dad said that,
Mom's going to say, well, that's not true. You shouldn't listen to your father.
But if you talked about Zeus and Apollo and Athena and have them watch movies about these ancient cultures, it'll slip under the radar, and you can help them develop their critical thinking skills. One of the things we did with our kids when they were really little and they had a playroom, I would put on the BBC 10-disc, back when they had these things, DVDs, box set of evolution. And so I wouldn't sit them down and say creationism is bullshit, which it is, and that evolution is the best explanation. I would just put the video on in the room that they're playing. And so they would pick that stuff up and absorb it. And they're probably not going to go back.
Sort of not really knowing it.
That's right.
In the background kind of thing.
Right. But then when church says the earth is 6,000 years old, they go, what? I know that's not true.
Wait a minute. I heard different.
Yeah. So they're not getting it from you. They're getting it from a video they're watching passively in the background. It just happens to be on. So there's a lot of things you can do. I do recommend you and any other parent that's having trouble, check out that video again. My name's Phil Ferguson, but it's called Breaking the Cycle. It's on YouTube, and maybe that gives you some help.
Yes, definitely. I will definitely look at that.
That, and in addition to Phil's video, which is, I actually don't remember how many times it's been viewed or reviewed, very good. The ACA and the Atheist Experience Network produce a show called Parenting Beyond Belief
yes.
that addresses particularly issues like this, specifically from a secular perspective, and it shares its name with the book Parenting Beyond Belief, which is helpful. And there's some resources out there, because you are not the only one that deals with people are trying to indoctrinate my children.
Yes,
what the fuck?
I'm sure there's other people.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not a good situation. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. We're all working on it together, I'd say.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
We're
calling.
I'm glad you guys are there putting out the information that you're doing.
Thank you very much.
It's helpful to me, and I hope that it's helpful to other people. So
I think it will be. And with that, I think we're gonna let you go. Hopefully that goes well. You can call in and
Give us an update.
Give us an update. All right. Thanks for calling, Ben.
I definitely will. Thank you.